Wow, wow. What's the crack, everybody? How you getting on? You're all very welcome to Ramble Pod for Tuesday, the 26th of the 2nd, 2019. What's the fucking crack? How you getting on? Spring has sprung. The fucking good weather's back, people. Very exciting times. Very, very exciting times. The flies are back, so clearly I'm just pestered with pests at the minute. Poor old dog. She's gone up the road to the mother-in-law's because Jesus Christ Almighty. I'm only here for a bit today anyway, just back in time to record, but she's losing her fucking life between the crows, the fucking flies, and now we, for some unknown fucking reason, we have mice. The weather's warming up and the fucking mice are coming in acting a pure prick. But I'm after nabbing a few of them already. Put out the traps. Put out the fucking traps. There's some pricks mice like, aren't they? There's bags of stuff out there. There's a whole compost fucking yoke out there. They can nibble away on that. Instead, they come in and bite into the fucking dog's fucking food. Do you know what I mean? The bag of fucking dog food. And then shred it. They shred plastic. They come in and fucking wreck everything. I don't know, is it some sort of weird fucking fetish they have, just shredding fucking plastic bags everywhere? Dirty little bastards. So, I've nabbed 3 of them. Traps are reloaded again. So, let's fucking fingers crossed. I should do the crow trick, shouldn't I? Just hang up a couple of dead ones. Just let all them other fucking mice know who the fucking boss is around here, that fucking Teddy. Oh, jeez. What a start to the podcast. What a fucking start to the podcast. If you're listening to this immediately on Tuesday tonight, as soon as I get wrapped with this, have a quick the triple S. Shave, shower and shit, and off to fucking Limerick for tonight's UCH comedy. Sorry, I swallowed tea and it's after going down sideways, I think. It's after coming in out my fucking ear. Highly unprofessional stuff this is. Although I could be just dragging into a vape into the fucking microphone as well, couldn't I? And I'm not going to do it. Yeah, UCH Comedy Club tonight at the University Concert Hall. I'll be there with Joe Rooney and Pat McDonald. 2 boys were on Father Ted. Actually, not Pat McDonald. Pat can't get out of an obligation on the Tommy Tiernan show. So, another chap that was in Father Ted, a past guest of the podcast, Kevin Gilday, is coming down. I think the lads are making it down their own way. I haven't gotten a message yet about fucking driving anybody, so I'll say that and I keep saying it. They have my fucking phone number, so if I'm already halfway down the road, then happy days. The lads will be grand. They'll be fucking grand. They'll be grand. So that's tonight's gig. Then Sunday night, if you're in the greater Dublin area, I'll be... Hold on 1 second, I'll open up the fucking yoke here, because I have the memory of... Whatever has a very small memory. I don't remember. Sunday night, I'll be in the International on Sunday night. The International Comedy Club. I haven't been there in a while, but I'm back there again. Gigs coming up. And on the 7th, which is Thursday week, I'll be in the Limelight. And 2 weeks later, I'll be back in Pug Uglies. So... Belfastonians, you'll catch me in 2 places in the 1 month, and then the following month I'll be in what we talked about, we're in Lavery's, but there'll be a few gigs between then. Let me see real quick, and fucking Jesus. 15th I'll be in Cavanagh's, Portlaoise. I think I'm there with Emma Doran and Mark Doheny. That should be good crack now. And I'm in Anshaw on the 20th. These yokes, fuck it. If I run through all these yokes, it's not going to stick in your head. Most people are driving or in transit while listening to this. Go to the Tom O'Mahony page, tomomahony.com. Go to the gigs page, you'll find all that shit. A few people were on to me about defending the Caveman when tickets are on sale. I have no jurisdiction over that. I'm guessing it comes down to each. I don't know why they don't put them on. People keep messaging me going, when the fuck are they? I don't know why. I'm guessing it's a marketing ploy of some sort, so not to take from other people's shows, you know, that kind of way. Like, you might commit to only going to 2 shows at that theatre a year, you know, so they, you know, it's in the, I suppose, the fairness fucking thing. So they won't put, they're not showing them yet, and they're not going to release them yet. They're not going to release tickets for a while. As soon as they start releasing them, I'll let you fucking know. A few people are kind of going, are you coming over to my place? I don't know how close I can get to your house. Most people are kind of, you know, it's a show worth going to. That's all I'll tell you. It's a show worth going to. So if it's anywhere near you at all, go to it. But yeah, I've known you, like they suggested a few to me. I suggested some. I don't know. It's up to the theatre if they want to take it. So the PR company, like I said, there was another 24 theatres put out there. message-wise, and I went, yeah, I like all them. I played most of them. Let's do it. I was looking at a couple, like the fucking one in, a couple of big uns in there. There's, like the Dean Crow Theatre in whatchamacallit, like 500 seater or something like that. So yeah, that should be good crack. Let's try and fill that fucking, any of the big uns. Let's try and fill the real big ones. Let's try and fill them all, fuck it. I'll keep talking about it here as progress goes on, but I'm in the middle of my second draft of it already, lads. So you know what I mean. If they let me away with the first few changes, let's see what they let me away with for the rest of them. Drinking tea. I'm a fucking scandal. I apologise. I did a podcast yesterday with a friend of the podcast, former Damo and Ivor star Louie McGee. He has a gaming podcast. If anybody is a fan of Louie, fan of Damo and Ivor, he was on back in episode 60 something, and I said it to him. It was like he's so fucking into gaming. I was like, man, you have to fucking be doing a podcast because it's so nichey. So he did. He started a podcast with his buddy Wes. Wes, I think, is in Fair City all the time, so they're friends. He's an actor on a soap opera. To any of the people from outside Ireland, you're going, what is Fair City? Fair City is a running soap opera based in Dublin, and yeah, Louie, who was in it as well. But I did his podcast yesterday. We all talked about almost nothing to do with gaming. I know nothing about fucking gaming really, but I steered it back to gaming a few times. I was like, we really should do some talking about it. So what bit of gaming I could talk about? It was actually good crack. It was great to see him. He was over at his house. I think it's out tomorrow. I think his show is called Bit of Bants. If you're following me on anything, I'll put it up on Twitter. That's probably the handiest place. I don't think Louis advertises it too heavy, but I will. I'll put it up on Twitter anyway when it does come out. It's us just shooting the shit, kind of about movies and stuff like that. Because one we did talk about was, I don't know how real this is, but maybe the podcast listeners can confirm this for me, is Hemsworth, Thor. He's going playing Hulk Hogan in his life story. What the fuck? Is that real? Like, Hemsworth wanting to put on a bit of size. He's big, but to get to Hulk Hogan size. Hulk was on all the fucking gear back in the day, taking all the fucking gear. And I'd say all Hemsworth is clean enough, like, but he better put on about another. Fuck me, he's got to put on about 4 stone, I'd say, and probably about 4 inches in height too as well. But he could pull it off. But like, at what point is the story going to end? You know, is it going to end with him just suplexing, like, I don't know, somebody, or body slamming fucking Andre the Giant? Is that where it's going to? I don't know, because it got fairly murky like in the last couple of years for old Hulk there, like letting friends ride his wife and stuff like that, and him just doing creepy shit, like, you know. And then soon, like, it got fairly murky. So I don't know how far into the story they're going to go. And then the big thing I kind of wondered is, like, who the fuck are they going to get to play? Whatever about the trickiness of getting to play somebody who looks as weird as Hulk Hogan, who are they going to get to fucking play any of the rest of them? Like, who's going to play the Ultimate Warrior? What mad looking fucker are they going to get to that? Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Who else? Fucking Jake the Snake. Who else did he partner up with? Macho Man Randy fucking Savage. You know, Andre the Giant. Who the fuck are they going to get to play Andre the Giant? Do you know, like, and a lot of these, like, it's tough enough in all iconic movies, like, when you look at somebody and you go, oh, okay, all right, they look a bit like him, you know, like what's his name in Invictus? Yeah, there was actually a few iconic people in that. Like, fairness to Morgan Freeman, he pulled, like, the accent, in my opinion, was fucking dreadful that he did for, oh, Jesus Christ, what's his name? Nelson Mandela. He sounded like an old Japanese man. Hello, Francois, I want to... Like, it was a bit... I think he hammed it up to the point it went out of South African accent into being an old Japanese old lady. Do you know what I mean? Francois, I want you to win the World Cup. I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? Nelson Mandela didn't sound like that. You're hamming it up too fucking heavy. But you'd see, for people who knew what they were looking at, or didn't know what they were looking at, they were going, this is great. Well, Matt Damon's about a foot shorter than Francois fucking Pienaar, and about fucking 50 pounds lighter. Like, he's only a fart in comparison to that man. Fair enough, you leave him off with that. But then there's other iconic players, like, that were on the team, like in South African team. And I did mention I was talking about Invictus, didn't I? No, or did I just go straight off the... Yeah, I did. I went straight off the fucking radar there. But, like, the Jonah Loma character, they could have gotten, like, Jonah Loma's first cousin. Do you know, get a big bastard, like, he was only fair size, like, you know what I mean? Get somebody who's There's a few inconsistencies, but you let it slide because there was a strong political story about the fucking film and all the rest of it. But like, Hulk Hogan, is it really going to happen? I doubt it. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there because I heard it was a thing that was happening, and I don't fucking know, lads. I don't know. It sounds a bit fucking hokey to me, doesn't it? It sounds a bit fucking dodge. I can't really see it fucking happening. Thank you to the Patreons. Fair play. We got a couple of new patrons. We have a bunch of new listeners, I think, this week. There was a fucking jump there during the week, but I was looking at the geographics, because there'll be a jump every so often, then it levels back out to normal. But the old geographics, but a lot of people from America. No doubt something down to the fact that Justine was on last week, and Justine, John Sharpson tied in on Twitter, and then the Try channel, which we talked about, like where people were trying stuff. I think we talked about it before. Who else is on it? Excuse me. Jesus Christ, I had a massive lunch, lads. I'm wolfing grub into me because I don't know when I'm going to get a bite to eat next. I might bring a couple of sandwiches. When you're on the fucking road and you're caught in traffic and stuff like that, like, and you can't be eating out of petrol station. So excuse me if I'm burping like a savage here into the microphone, like a fucking barbarian. Just yeah. So you're all very welcome. It's your first time. You're all very welcome. Hit subscribe. This shit is out twice weekly. We have a guest at the end of the week, and this fucking rambling goes on in the middle of the fucking week. People seem to like that. But yeah, thanks very much, Patreon people. Like I said, and if you're brand new to it, Patreon is very simple. If you have a PayPal, it's about a 30-second click through. And what you do get, unlike other podcasts that offer sweet fuck all, essentially only just going, give me money, and then we'll charge you for live shows and stuff like that. Gimme. You gotta give something back to the people that you're fucking that are sponsoring the podcast. And for me, right now, there's the back catalogue of the Tom and Jerry show. There's a couple more bits and pieces, and there's a couple of I have a few bits that I have in mind, and I'd be interested to see what people think. Like, I'm going to start doing I'm going to start having up the whatchamacallit, the Ramble Pod as well. It'll be cut in half pretty much, and the full whatchamacallit will go to the Patreons, and pretty much half it will go to the non-Patreons. It's the only fair way to do it. But I'm going to start road testing some material on the Patreons to see what you think. Just start doing. It'll be weird as fuck because there'll be no laughter, there'll be no nothing. But I'm just going to start road testing. And why not get a road test? An honest to God goodness fucking feedback, just to see what people think of just certain subjects going in certain ways, without actually hitting the clubs yet. Be all right, wouldn't it? Before it hits the clubs, see if it die on a toll first. Let it die in your hearts with the Patreons. But it becomes us a bit of a fucking gang. So I'm thinking that could be a cool thing to bring down the line. As well as that, I'm going to be doing more stuff. I'm not going to privatise the whole thing, obviously. Not a fucking hope, because you need your folks to listen in, and some people might want to be a Patreon every month. You know what I mean? But the more the help, the better. What the fuck is coming up the driveway now? Can you hear that? It's like a fucking truck of some sort. Jesus. I didn't order anything, did I? No, I fucking didn't. Fuck it anyway. Back to the podcast. Sorry about that. That was me just... I suppose I was just mentally thinking out loud. That's the way my brain thinks all the time. It's always aggro. Oh, it's just a tractor. Your man is loaded down to the fucking hole. He's going up to feed cattle at the top of the field. God, I love this. This is the heart of the countryside, and in fucking 10 minutes I'll be in the city. Isn't that just handy? How's it going, Chief? That tractor is fucked, mate. Jesus Christ, yes, the fucking wheels are wobbling underneath it. I'm not going out to help you if that fucking thing collapses. Your man's tractor is just driving up along the field beside us here, up to feed some cattle, and the tractor has seen better days, I can tell you. That's the country for you. Oh Lord, it's Jesus Christ, I'm all over the fucking map today. All over the map. Also, there is a Tea Republic shop to the new people. If you want to have a look at some of the cool designs there's a couple of more cool designs coming up, actually, which I must make a note of. I'm going to make a fucking note here now. That's a new design that I have, and I'm going to put it up on the fucking whatchamacallit. It is a handy setup, the old Tea Republic, but I do really need to sit down. I need to fucking have time. What the fuck? I think, I'll have a bit of time in April, but already that's starting to fill up. This is all good complaints, I can't complain. But I think maybe June, I'm going to fucking set aside June, I think, altogether, and just take no work in fucking June and just get all this shit together rightly, like. I say that now, but that's not going to fucking happen. Do you know what I mean? Get everything on fucking track for you people. You know what I mean? And just get a fucking focus out there on what I need to be doing, because when you're fucking all over the country like that, like I was in Navan last night, tonight I'm in Limerick, tomorrow night I'm in, I can't remember where I am tomorrow night, but I'm Dublin tomorrow night, then I'm in Salons on Thursday night, then Friday night I'm hosting a Bingo Loco, and I'm doing a mad fucking thing with Ferrari over the fucking weekend, and then I'm in International Comedy Club on Sunday night. So yeah, I need to get my fucking head together. And in the meantime, I'm trying to fucking kill mice all over the fucking place. Jesus Christ. But yes, thank you very much, anybody who's new onto the scene. It's a fucking glorious day here in North Wicklow. Absolutely fucking glorious. Did anybody get excited over the fucking Oscars? Do people still get excited by the Oscars? Or do people give a rattling shit? I mean, it's basically a fucking back-patting fucking. It just doesn't ring through. Like there's something dirty about it. I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's the whole fucking the fact that half of it is done because people got gigs because they fucking did whatever to get whatever. You know what I mean? Show business is a dirty business anyway. Like not that anybody's ever asked me to suck their dick or anything, but I wouldn't. I swear to God, I wouldn't. Well, you know yourself. Or any weird creepy shit. I don't think I've been asked. I mean, you will be. There definitely is an element of like, kiss my arse, basically. Like in some instances, people are kind of going, well, you can or you can't, basically kiss my ass, like, and just be a total suck up, like, but I don't have the ability. I don't. Probably this is probably the reason why I'm not a bigger comedian than I actually am, because I don't have the ability. I should probably learn. Fuck it. You know what? What would I do? What would I do with half it? If you can't hang your hat on it, say you honestly earned it, then fuck it. Your man fell off the stage. Did he fall off the stage? Or what happened? Your man, is it Rami? Is his name Malik? He won. Did he win best? This is me not being fairly fucking ropey. Like I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's It was basically, I think he fell off the stage or something. I can't even pronounce the man's name. But he was in Bohemian Rhapsody. He was also in, was it Robot Boy? Robot Man? iRobot? No. Mr. Robot. I knew it'd come eventually, lads. I don't do the Googling and the shit, like, because it's more fun if you don't Google it immediately anyway, like. But I think, he did, he fell off the stage. It's probably the fucking huge amount of money in his arse pocket. But apart, I'm sorry, that's that $10 million in my arse pocket. I just fell off the stage there. Apparently it's amazing. I haven't seen it. It doesn't tell the full story, of course, of Freddie. I mean, and people, look, they've every right not to tell the fucking full story. And I think it's going to be big on biopics at the minute, isn't it? Like, so fucking what if it's kind of made him out to just be a total genius and sound and really nice to everybody and not doing any kind of fucking crazy debauchery shit full of drugs and all the rest of it. Grand. Because it would, apparently Queen stood in and went, here. You can't be fucking telling them stories, lads. You can't be telling them fucking stories. Apparently there was a few stories to be told that they didn't fucking tell, which is fair enough. Like, I mean, they're doing, what's his name, Elton John next, and he actually looks pretty good as the part. It's the lad who was in Kingsman, I think, and it sounds like he's singing at the beginning. He sounds actually like he's doing the real deal. He's actually singing it, and it actually looks pretty entertaining. Again, they'll have glossed over a lot of it too, going, look, did a bit of drink, did a bit of drugs, was a bit of a bollocks at certain points, but I was all right. Let's be honest, if you hit that level of fame, there's going to be a lot of cunty moves you're going to pull off to get there. You know what I mean? Or during that period, you're going to pull off a lot of cunty moves. But who's to know? Like, more than anything, whatever about the people around those people, that's more so what I'm interested in with the Hulk Hogan thing. Like, how the fuck are they going to pull off all the people around him? Like, do you know? And are they going to go so far as the point where, Bubba Love Sponge, his best friend, starts riding his missus? Huh? That's some sentence, isn't it? My best friend Bubba Love Sponge is inside fucking the missus. What? What's that, Hulk? Or Terry Bollea. It's not actually. It's a bit of a fucking come down from Hulk Hogan, isn't it? Terry Bollea. But is he still? He's still going, isn't he? He's not dead. No, he's not dead, is he? No, almost everybody else is dead. All right, that he ever worked with, because the steroids do catch up with lads eventually. They caught up with They caught up with the majority of lads. Although I think Randy Savage, I think, had a heart attack while driving, but most likely the heart. I mean, listen. Anybody who watched any WWF, WWE back in the day, I think even children that knew nothing about steroids at all even were looking at Randy Savage during his promos. He's like, oh yeah, and there's like pipes for veins down the side of his neck. Even kids were going, I think that man might be on drugs, mummy. That man, I feel, is on some sort of fucking stimulant of some sort. He's not well. Then all of a sudden, the lads whose skin is fit to fucking split, like your man, the Ultimate Warrior. Jesus Christ, that's a fella now. He's dead as well. He's fucking dead as well, isn't he? 1 second now. I might have to Google that, do I? 1 second. Ultimate fucking Warrior. Ultimate Warrior. 1 second now. There's people screaming at this going, you stupid fucker. It's just like when people, I thought the fucking phones and stuff listen to us. Ultimate fucking air guitar. What? Why is Warrior not? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, there he is. He went fucking mental. Jesus, the guy is fucking ripped. Oh, yeah. Well, there they have a fucking end date on the situation anyway, so, yeah. Brown fucking bread, but brown bread. What was he for? 55? Fucking hell tonight, like he had lost the fucking rag altogether with himself. Let's get a fucking go off this fella. Celebrities over the years. From 23 to 54 years old. What? Jesus Christ, he's fucking massive. But he was stone cracked like towards the end, wasn't he? He was just mad shit coming out of him, like, and he's got that owl full of muscles as well. Do you know what I mean? He actually changed his name to Warrior, I think. Yeah, that's a man that's still doing the gear. In the olden days, yeah. Even in his older years when he's 54, he's still doing the gear, like. Yeah. Holy Jesus. So yeah, he's fucking brown bread as well. Holy shit, he's fucking mad looking like. Let's see, can we get the entrance music? 1 second. This is, what's actually, there's Becky Lynch, the girl from Ballybrack. Fucking, you see, as soon as you go into any of these fucking things, like the likes of the WWE and stuff, they're covering all sorts, like. So did they have the rights to his music? I don't know. Oh, no more to be said, really. Holy Jesus Christ, the skin is fucking like there's no mistake in that. That man is so full of steroids, it's not even funny. Nobody looks like that. That's the thing, lads. Nobody fucking looks like that in reality. You'll see the best of lads going to the gym and all the rest of it, but you will never look like that without the gear. Holy fucking... So he's fucking dead. By Jesus Christ. The lads, two friends of the podcast, I was tweeting about him at the weekend, but Will fucking Fleury, Will the Tipperary Lion Fleury, and Richard, the face of Bellator, Kiley, both won at the weekend. They were fighting in Bellator 217, friends of the podcast. The boys, they weren't fighting each other. Although, are they in the same? No, I'd say they're not in the same weight category. They can't, although they wouldn't be far off. Be interesting to see that they're friends, like, and then they both fight out of SBG. Be interesting to see the fucking boys square. Two totally different styles. Be interesting to see the boys. Richard knocked his fella out with a punch. The poor old devil, he was off to belly blanket. He was off to fucking county nod. Schnoozing. He was schnoozing. I don't know what round it was. I only got to see the highlights of it. He was fucking schnoozing. Richard's poor old fella, he gave him a little poke on the chin there, and off the fucking belly blanket, said that chap. He was, the poor old devil, he'd know where the fuck he was. Richard threw a couple of nice ones at the side of the head, but you can kind of see by the face, and he was like, sure, look at your good night and thanks. Or as Aaron McCann would say, good night, Irene. Richard Will Fleury then, second round, he was fucking mauling your man, like the poor old devil. And your man went for the takedown in the second round, and Will just fucking got up the side of him and just went, come here and give me that neck. Come here and give me that fucking neck, you bastard. Wrapped his big old arm around your man's neck, and fucking good night. He went off to Snoozy Town as well, the poor old devil. So fair play, congratulations to the two lads. They were both coming back off losses. Richard had lost. He got his knee fucking, just fucking rank. He went into the fight. I was at that fight. It's that mad one where fucking McGregor ran in and jumped in over the fucking cage and everything. But he was at that event. Richard was headlining it, and he got his leg, an already damaged ligament, fucking knee ligament, caught in a fucking, he caught him in a fucking, it was a leg lock, and he just had to tap out. And Will got caught cold. He underestimated his, he underestimated the gravity of the situation in Rome a couple of months back. Your man caught him with a couple of cold ones on the chin, and just fucking sparked him. Even though he was a better fighter, but I think he underestimated the situation. But fair play, the two lads coming back off losses. Fair fucking play to you. The Oscar, fucking everybody was posting about fucking them two singing that song. Shala la 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 lo. Shala la 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 la. Fucking, I'm sorry. Look, Bradley Cooper's a fine man. There's no doubt. He's some cut of a man, like. Fucking smoking looking, do you know what I mean? Carries a beard well, does great impressions, really good actor. He's for all intent, apparently he speaks French as well, the fucker. But like, and I know it's live, right? But what's her name? People were fucking hoo-haing about, oh Jesus, they're so in love, their chemistry was amazing. Oh, look at this, here's a meme of Bradley Cooper trying to get in home to the wife after seeing that song. You're like, hold the fucking phone. There'll be two things here now, lads, you thick cunts. Don't be getting too excited. Number one, they're both actors. They know how to set, like fucking Jason Momoa was practically barebacking fucking Emily, what's her name? In fucking Game of Thrones. Do you think they're fucking, like, it's all a fucking act? The Oscars are a fucking award show for actors in front of actors with a live cameras on them to 40, 50, 100, maybe 100 million people around the world. Everybody's continuing to fucking act. It's not like they go, I know, shut us gas, isn't it? Where they finally, all of a sudden, they cast off whatever accent that people think they have. Everybody's fucking acting. And also, Bradley Cooper had a fucking hump on him because he got snubbed for not even a nomination. So he had a fucking nose on him anyway, so he was going to pull out all the stops. But here's my fucking thing about Bradley Cooper, right? Now, yes, he can sing in the movie and all the rest, but that's in the fucking movie. And I can tell you here now, lads, behind the camera, you can fucking do whatever you fucking want. You can make people look like fucking whatever you want. He cannot fucking sing. She carried him, I can tell you, because I've been around people who live sing in the panto, high-end professionals who can sing, walk straight out onto stage, no fucking warm-up, in front of 1,000 fucking people, and belt something out in the middle of the day. Full fucking throttle. Fucking Gaga did it. They walked up on stage, go back and watch it. He fucking limps through that fucking song. He has more of a voice on him than a fella. He should be singing fucking Come Out You Black and Tans after about 10 pints. Now, I grant it, they may be after fucking a couple of drinks, but she carries that song she carries that cunt on her back the whole way fucking through it. Go back and watch it again. He's like, like if I held that, and I can't sing, if I held that, I would look good next to her because she can fucking lift the roof off the place. Because she's, look, I'm not saying he has to be an amazing fucking singer, but I think there's two things. Number one, there's three things. Number one, he was pulling out all the fucking stops in front of the Academy to go, you fucking bastard snub me. Number two, they're actors. They're still in the fucking, they're playing the characters in the movie, in front of a load of actors, in front of cameras. Of course they're going to put on a fucking lovey-dovey look. And am I on to three? Number three, I think he was kind of leaning into her at the end going, thank fuck you got me through that. Because I'm after smoking a couple of fags out the back and my voice is bollocks. So I'm a cynical fucker, keeping that in mind too. So, take from it what you will, but I'm just saying, I thought it was kind of a load of shite as a performance goes. Like, if they, like, here's the thing, you go, oh, they're great. Either way, she was a bit ropey at the start too. Granted, probably a bit nervous, probably a few drinks in, probably didn't warm up. You're sitting down in the audience for 2 hours or whatever. Next thing you got to go up and fucking sing a song. Fair enough. But if that was an audition, if both of them walked into audition in front of somebody, a high-end producer, and they were nobodies, they go, sorry lads, you don't have it. I'm sorry, you just don't have it. You wouldn't. So you have to look at it like that too. So I know in the value of the whole thing in that, like, you know, it's fucking Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga and all the rest of it. But at the same time, if you just broke it down and went, send me on a tape, there will you, a recording, because I don't know who you are, but just send them on to me. You'd stop at fucking 30 seconds in and go, what the fuck? This is not good enough. It's just not good enough. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, that's just my standards. Just saying. I asked quite late. Hold on, I'd asked quite late for questions, and just it was mostly questions about the Caveman Show and all the rest of it. So I can only tell you what I know. But Paddy had been on Instagram, I think it was, and he said himself and the missus are heading off from students from Belfast this summer. They're planning taking a car for about a week to do a sort of clockwise sweep around the south, going start in Cork. Are you going to fly to Cork then and get a car there? Got to start in Cork, because you can't magic your way from Belfast to Cork. All right. Either way, we'll take it that you do fly to Cork and you get a car there. Great stuff. And make our way round to Kerry, Galway, Clare, and all the rest of it. Can you great to do a couple? Amazing. Do you know, there's fucking bags like. Let's just fucking have a look at where you're going. Let's fucking get up a fucking map of Ireland there, boy. 1 fucking second now. Map of Ireland. So you're starting off in Cork. Like, Cork City is great, yeah. But, like, head straight to Kinsale. Do you know what I mean? There's just, let's see what we have. What's this? Of course, it'd be, what the fuck am I after clicking on here now? Apologies. Okay, alright. I mean, there is the things like, you know, you can do the Michael Collins tour and all the rest. Like, if you are, I'm guessing you're flying into Cork. I'm guessing you are. Because obviously if you were starting in Belfast and doing a fucking hardcore fucking ring in the country, like, that'd be fucking quality. Because of course Belfast is in County Antrim essentially, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Fuck, Kinsale for me. That's a place you have to go. I mean, it's just a really cool spot, and there's no shortage of shit to do around that area. But like, stick to the fucking, stay out on the ring road. Like you can drive straight to Kerry across West Cork, like, you know what I mean, which is a class road. Don't get me wrong, it's a fucking class road. But if you can get out onto the Copper Coast, like, which is kind of the Waterford to Cork road, but like if you can get out from Cork City and get out onto the fucking coast road and follow, that's some fucking drive. I would start, like, I wouldn't bother when you get to Kerry. I wouldn't be bothering my hole with Killarney. Like, Killarney is grand, but it's very diddly. And if you're doing it during the summer, just fucking gridlock everywhere. It's just Yanks everywhere. It is, and I mean, they're seeing it for the first, and it's so like Darby O'Gill and the Little People, like, it's fucking ridiculous. So I would, but I do the Ring of Kerry drive if you can. Obviously, there's Cork, Blarney Stone. You're just going to eat up a ton of time doing all this shit. Like, so I'd go to the fucking like, you'll pick up, if you stay to the fucking, if you actually stay outside on the coast road, you'll actually come across a ton of shit to do and see. Cool shit, like, but stay out of Killarney's, probably Cork City too, because if you're only a week, you got a fair fucking amount to do, like. But I would stick to the coast road, like, get out to the Skellig Islands or fucking Dingle. Now that's a fucking, I mean, it's a bit diddly-diddly as well, but it's kind of away from the pure fucking diddly-diddly of Killarney, like, but like the Skellig Islands, unbelievable, like, fucking unreal. I know that, like, you'll head up along, here we have Kerry then. I mean, again, sticking to that coast road, you fucking can't go wrong, like. You'll clip up around by Limerick then. There's castle, like, you'll never stop fucking hitting castles all the way up along as you go. But like, that fucking drive is outrageous now. Like, the road is really good, but it's really twisty. You know what I mean? So it's actually like good tarmac and shit like that. But as soon as you get up like Clare direction, you're talking about, like, they've got cool. Like, I go see the Louie Caves in Clare, where they I go see Louie Caves in Clare because it's got bears and shit. Bet you never seen bear bones in Ireland before. Huh? I've seen a bare bone, and I'm not. Alright, I'm getting fucking filthy here now, but it's well worth the fucking look. Galway, sure, I don't need to tell you anything about Galway for the love of fuck. Like, you know, Galway's ridiculous. Like, it's again though, stick to that road. I'm telling you, that's my advice for the whole thing. Like, I mean, you can get up as far as like Sligo to that mad fucker in Enniscrone that brought over the boat, or he brought over. He floated over a 767, if I remember correctly. That mad fucker in Enniscrone, and he's basically making a crazy glamping site over there. Like, but like, holy fuck! I mean, that'd be worth going to see. If you're going to go all the way around, like, and drop the car back to Belfast, I assume. But my advice would be stick to the coast road. Stay off the main fucking roads, because I've always found better crack things to do on this and the coast road now around the south of Ireland, like around the. I suppose that is the Atlantic Way. I suppose starting at Cork a bit, isn't it? You know, that's the Wild Atlantic Way, as they call it. But you'll have no shortage of shit to do up along that way. Like, I don't know if that's what your plan is. Like certain drives in Ireland that they don't really talk about. Like, you know, they do talk about the Ring of Kerry and stuff like that. And I mean, one of the best drives I've ever done is it's actually in Tipperary, but it's in over the V is the name of the mountain range. Like, you'll go up to, oh my fuck. Or if you do come down the Dublin way, get to Wicklow and then cut from Wicklow, put into your Google Maps Wicklow to Portlaoise. That drive across those mountains, holy Jesus Christ, like, that's ridiculous, fucking ridiculous. But if not, if you're going to straight to Cork, flying to Cork and picking up a car and all the rest, just go straight to the coast. You can't go wrong. Just stick to the fucking coast. The actual roads are really good now, because I think it's the longest fucking continuous coast road in Europe or something like that, where they've done it properly. Like, it sticks to the coast the whole way, and there's tons of shit to do. Stay away from the Cliffs of Moher and shit like that. They're going to charge you to look at fucking cliffs, you know. But you won't go wrong, man. You won't fucking go wrong. I'd love to have the time to be off doing it myself, but sure, look it. That's just the way it is. Do you know what? I'm going to finish up today on. This is. I don't know if anybody, like everybody here, pretty much, I would imagine, has listened to or has read Waterford Whispers at some stage, because you're that sort of an audience. I would imagine has listened to the creator of Waterford Whispers, his name is Colin Williamson. He's created a thing, and he's made it for over the last 2 years all by himself. He's making this unbelievable sketches. Like, it's basically about kind of the scummy underworld of like drug dealers / drug users in Waterford, and he basically uses these kind of face morphers. He's playing all the characters, but they're like Skyping back and forth to each other all the time. That's the whole idea of it, and they're just, it's all about like, where are we going to get drugs? I'm selling these drugs, so I'm just going to put it on, see how people listen, like, especially for people who aren't from Ireland, how you'll even pick up on this. It's one of the best things ever. Look up Session Heads on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Just look it up. He's on Facebook too, but he's firing them up on YouTube now as well. So I'm going to play a bit of this. This is J.O. sending College Head out to deliver some drugs that he's told him about. I'm just going to play it because I fucking love this, and hopefully we'll have Cullum on at some stage.
Man's on his way out, fucking Eugene. I'm not Eugene, you know. He's a fucking head wreck. Oh, good morning, man. I'm outside now. Good boy, Eugene, boy. Yeah, he'll be down with you now in a minute, yeah. I'll wait till now, so I will. Alright, guys, yeah. Yeah, don't forget to pack your pills into your school bag. Good lad. Oh, the pills. Okay.
He is playing all these characters back and forth, by the way. Every one of these characters that are speaking to each other are all talking through Skype back and forth, and they've just all got big morphed faces. So this is actually Colin playing every one of these people.
And they grumpy out ahead of them, look. Must have gone out the wrong side of the cage, you know. Remember, there's a ton in each bag, yeah? 500 a bag, then, yeah? 5 each, yeah. 500 then a bag, yeah? Alright, yeah. Best bet is to drop off the big ones first, yeah? Drop 500 off the fucking bomber, drop 300 off the Lynchy, and don't forget to start at least 1,000 in the fucking campus, yeah? Saves you running up and down and ever, yeah? Joe, if you call your lads owe me money as well, you, yeah? Keep fucking on about them, boy, I'm telling you. You're on about them the last few weeks to do, yeah? Just sort it out from college head. I'm not your fucking daddy. College head, call over to him and get 2 fucking ounces of gear off him, right? I'll bring it down to Pajo in the fucking arts college, yeah? Yeah, come here, I'm after telling college head to go down to the dole office there and get a raise, because he was in college so long, yeah? He wouldn't have to go down and all. Because he's only footing with his head now. He's in bad form, all footing there, yeah? He's clearly gone. Only pulling his legs on. He's after going down now thinking he's going to get a fucking raise. He's not in good form at all today, boy. And then he's fucking about to snap or something. Anyway, he's after dropping that off to the other fella anyway. What did you tell him to go and get a fucking raise out the door office? Oh, that's fucking slinkers, you, Jeff. That's a good. No. He's not even on the door. He's on the fucking education, yo. Yeah. I'll tell you that. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Fucking Edna. God, you. Where the fuck are you? They said you don't give raises. They said you in their college, They said you don't give raises, yeah? 11 years in college is too much. All the forms you filled out properly and everything.
All these characters look completely different, sound completely different, but they're all conversing with each other. It's for a fella to do it with no backing from anybody, like to be able to get this actually made is nigh on impossible while running Waterford fucking Whispers. Yeah, I'm going to get on to Cullum. We need to get him on. So, that's it. Jesus Christ, we're over 40 minutes. I need to get to fucking Limerick, lads. Holy Christ, all fucking mighty. Right. Hit subscribe, hit like, share, leave us a comment, tell everybody about it. This has been fucking fantastic. I'll be back again towards the end of the week when I guest. Good night and thanks, everybody.